The Broncos and the Patriots are set for another edition of the Manning-Brady Bowl, this time with a Super Bowl trip on the line. It's actually happened multiple times in the past through Manning's career with the Broncos and the Colts. Regardless, the Denver Broncos' two defensive ends have come out and had some trash-talking, firing up words. The trash has begun to be tossed. It begins with Antonio Smith, all in relation to Tom F. Brady. The F stands for fucking, Tom fucking Brady, being a crybaby. Quote, that would be an accurate statement. I've never seen any quarterback look to the referee right after he gets sacked more than Brady. Every time he gets sacked, he looks at the ref like, you see him sack me? Was that supposed to happen? He did it a little hard. Please throw a 15-yard penalty on him. Get him fined. Antonio Smith wasn't the only defensive end of the Denver Broncos' touted defense to make some comments. Malik Jackson. I mean, when we played him, he definitely threw some temper tantrums. It's one of those things that you know, he definitely says, what's going on? Why? Definitely one of those whiners that whines, but it's a competitive game. I know I wouldn't be whining like that, but some people do. So he's definitely a whiner, but he's actually a big-time player, competitor, too.
Yeah, it's mind games. We're starting the mind games, but at the same time, is how many Patriots defensive ends could just turn around and start throwing...
Patriots.
How many defensive ends could throw some jabs at Peyton Manning? Like, it's the same thing. It's just like, how many times you're going to choke, blah, blah, blah. It's just the mind games are starting already, which just obviously intensifies the game going forward. And as far as I would be concerned, they need to do this because I would be petrified playing against Tom Brady, the form that he's been in this year. Thanks a lot, Tom Brady, for being the single reason why I won my one-man fantasy football league.
He led me and only my
He led me and my league
to a championship. There's a great shirt going around that says HGHU tastes so good. Just fucking Peyton had to really get into mode right there for it. By the way, the New York City trade papers, whatever you want to call them, New York Post and Daily News ran these graphics today, which are pretty funny. Funny, haha, boo-hoo. So there's a Brady crybaby video that also circulated, resurfaced, I should say, from the last time Brady lost to the Broncos in a playoff setting. Have a look at that one.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Why are you so mad at Tom Brady?
You
and we had to go to Denver and play, and Peyton kept going out there, and the Broncos kept scoring, and I couldn't catch up, and my line wasn't protecting me. I kept getting sacked, and Peyton kept saying, Omaha, Omaha.
Ha ha, Tom Brady, you suck.
You'll still be the sweetest little baby in town.
Omaha!
Omaha! So let me just give a little message for the Broncos fans. Broncos fans, you at least had John Elway. You had a historical franchise with a couple Super Bowls. Colts fans, you got one. Peyton Manning fans, you have absolutely no right to call Tom Brady a crybaby because he has beaten the shit out of your quarterback so many times. It's laughable. Great quarterback Peyton Manning is. Historically top 10 of all time, but he doesn't touch Tom Brady. And by the way, a win doesn't mean shit against Tom Brady's legacy. I've called myself a Patriots supporter now for 2 years as a Giants fan all my life because they win you money when you bet on them, and you just got to respect them when you see it.
That's allegiance doesn't come into it when it comes to betting, Jason. You can be the nearest rival team, but if you bet on them...
If you bet on the Pats the last, 15 years, you are probably going to retire before you're 30.
I mean, any excuse to run the TYT Sports video of last year's Super Bowl, run the tape.
Serious. How do you not call timeout? Yeah. Run it in yourself. Don't throw the ball.
One more in the trash talking, because if you really want to know who won the trash talking battle, take a look at this tweet. Rob Gronkowski, in response to Pasty Weiner, heard the Denver Broncos are going to hit Rob Gronkowski in the knees to bring him down. At Patriots, be careful, don't want to see him hurt again. Rob's response, heard their whole team is good at giving low blows.
50,000 retweets.
Francis, what would you do for 50,000 retweets? Would you give a low blow for 50,000 retweets?
That is unbelievable.
I thought you'd say yes.
I maybe would. I would consider it.
Oh. Gross.
Gross! That's how you get those
God
followers.
put our mouths on our faces for a reason.
For kissing and
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Comment below with what you think is going to happen during the Denver Broncos versus New England Patriots game. But more importantly, is Tom Brady a crybaby? Does he throw temper tantrums? Does he whine? Or do you respect the GOAT? Your choice. Comment below. Let us know. At Francis_Maxwell, at JasonRubin91. Head over to TYT Sports. One of those two teams will be playing in the Super Bowl, and all of us here will be watching it, giving out free T-shirts via TYT Sports Twitter. Probably is where some call to actions will be. Also over on Facebook.com/TYT Sports. Super Bowl live stream coming up February 7th.
Getting good and drunk.